Hi everyone. So this video is for anyone who either doesn't feel like they have the materials to do this experiment, or just if you're not totally sure what you're doing with this experiment, you can follow along with this video and use the same data that I'm using for your asynchronous work. If you know what you're doing and you have the materials you need, then you do not need to watch this video. Okay, so first things first, let's check out the method that I decided on. Take a look at how detailed it is, and we'll go through this as we do the experiment itself. But first thing we want to make sure is, do I have all of the materials out that I will need? So I have 2 glasses. It's helpful that these are the same material so that we don't have any other variables that are different between the 2 things. I have a thermometer, and I have hot water in a thermos over here, and then I have a couple of measuring cups. Alright, so the first thing that I need to do, and actually let's get our split screen happening. Okay, so this is my asynchronous work. This is what you should be looking at, and you can just follow along and do what I'm doing here. Alright, split screen. Okay. Alright, so I need a table here, and if you didn't do this in the classwork, you can just make one with me. Go ahead to Insert, Table. We need it to be 3 wide, and you'll see why soon, and then 11 down. All right, so I'm going to put the time here. That's in minutes. I put the units in parentheses. I'm going to say temperature. Let's say small glass, even though they're the same size. Maybe I'll say 1/4 cup water. 1/4 cup water. Temperature in degrees Celsius, and then 2 cup water temperature in degrees Celsius. All right, and then I know what my minutes are going to be already, so I can go ahead and fill that in. I'm going to do a 0, like the temperature right at the beginning, and then I'm going to do every minute for 10 minutes, I think. And there are a bunch of different ways that you could do this, but we're going to do 10 minutes. Oops. Well, yeah, we'll add one more. So in order to add one more, I'm double clicking and insert row below. All right, 10. Okay, so now let's go back over here to my method and make sure we're following everything correctly. Oh, and do I have my timer? All right, so the first step says measure the temperature of the water in my thermos and record at 0 minutes. So hopefully this isn't too hot for the thermometer. All right, so the temperature is right at the top of my thermometer, so it is at 60 at time 0. So I'm going to record that here. I'm going to put 60, and that's for both of them because we're using the same water for both. And then the next step on my procedure is to start my timer. All right, I'm actually just going to use the stopwatch as I pour these out. All right. So then the next step is pour a 1/4 cup of water into 1 glass. And then 2 cups of water into the other glass. Oh, didn't even spill it this time. All right, and we're still timing right now, so we're just waiting for a minute to come around. As we pour these. All right. And because I only have 1 thermometer, this isn't going to be perfect because I can't take both of the temperatures at the same time, but we'll get it as close as possible. All right, and now a minute has passed, so I am recording this temperature. it is already down to 49, and the other one is at 55. Yeah. All right. So as my timer is going, I'm going to pause the video and just so it'll go faster for you guys. So I'll keep recording this and I'll bring it back to you guys when it is done. Okay, so at this point, 2 minutes has passed, and this was at 47, and the 2-cup one is at 52. Okay, at 3 minutes, the 1/4 cup is at 45 degrees, and the larger one is at 51 degrees. All right, so I just finished up all the measurements, and instead of having you wait there for each one, I just put them all here for you. So you can see the 1/4 cup water, which is the small glass of water, or the glass that's not very full. They both started at 60, then it went down. Every time I think it went down by something. And then over here, the larger one, it still feels a lot warmer. And you can see that it kind of stalled for a little bit. It just didn't decrease very much. So think about what that means for our hypothesis and our guiding question. But basically all you need to do for this asynchronous work is get this table into your asynchronous document, and then click turn in. All right, I'll see you in class.